the sky from Roma Cienza and into the glove of Aiden Comrie. He's in left field today for the Mapaches, out number 1 in the bottom of the first. It's Tiago Sanchez on the bump for Johnson Creek. He's making his 6th appearance of the season and his 4th start. Entering today, 18 innings worth of work, 30 strikeouts on the year, including 11 versus the Foxes on the 3rd of July. What was a 9-3 victory for the Mapaches. Swing and a miss from Kruger to 1-1. When we look on the year, these teams tied at 2 apiece against each other, as they've each won a game at home and stolen one away on the road. So when it was in Johnson Creek, the Wakesha Foxes took the victory pretty heavily that first time on the last day of June. And then the Mapaches later that week got revenge at home, but it was the same for earlier in the season. The Foxes lost to the Mapaches the first time, but then later got a win home in early June. This will be the last time as scheduled that these two teams will match up against each other. Kruger send it up, calling the second where Adam Cease is going to call for it. Make the catch for out number 2 in the bottom of the first. Bring up Cade Honkamp. Honkamp, a former Mapache himself, facing off against his former team. Played in 27 ball games for the team from Johnson Creek last season. 25 hits, batting .291 on the year. He's in a orange uniform this year. And today, swing from Honkamp, skied up from first Michael Clarkson. He's going to make the catch, a quick 1-2-3. We'll keep it at 1-0 after 1 here in Wakesha. Step aside and continue in the top of the second after a few. Zoom action in the top of the second. It's 1-0. Visitors in the lead thus far. With 7-8-9 in the order, we'll step up for the Mapaches. Peyton Schumann after will be Ryder Mortensen and Adam Cease. McManus continues his day of work on the bump after getting the start. Schumann swings it foul in this second inning. 0-1 count. With Schumann, number 7 in the 7th spot in the order. This is in right field, not quite in left field where he has been. They could have 7-7-6, but so close. And he sends it foul. Manager Hayden Cooper not quite able to clean the field. You see a little bit of disappointment there. He does pick up. It's okay, coach. You're not quite DCO anymore, although he was MVP of this league return. Manager this year, Mapaches. Mapaches. McManus on the mound was a graduate of West Bend High School in 2023. And he committed to play for Bryant Stratton previous December 2022. I always like to point out his light blue, powder blue-ish footwear that we've seen on a regular basis from number 54. Complete the look, throw it in. Schumann swings the foul again. 1-2.
Across the street.
McManus returned to play for Wakesha this season after he played for the Foxes last summer in the DCL. He played in 12 games last year with 3 starts, combining for 26 1/3 innings of work with 27 strikeouts on the season. Schumann sending it up again, keep the count alive. It's 2-2 for Schumann. And, I've been keeping the closest track, hoping that all vehicles are safe out there in the parking lot. Always a gamble when you're going to a baseball game. The game in itself is the parking. Schumann skies it into right. Backing up is Griff Taylor, who will get the catch, out number 1 in the top of the second. Now we'll bring up Ryder Mortensen, Salt Lake City, Utah product. Face off against the Mapaches. McManus also a couple chances to swing the bat against the Cheese Kings on July 1st as they went with the classic 9-man order. Mortensen into the air, will drop into shallow right field, and give him a base knock to start the day. For him, puts it on first. Mapaches with the base runner in the top of the second, 1-0 the score. The runner on first, and number 9 in the order, number 27 on the field. Adam Cease is up for the Mapaches at second base in this contest. But McManus did go over 2, but did make some contact that day against the Cheese Kings in Janesville, who was a close 3-4 loss for Wakesha. 1-1 throw outside. So 1-1 with 1 out. Runner on first for Johnson Creek. Stare down, throw. Ball 2. 2-1 with 1 out. As he faces off against the deep field Wisconsin native Adam Cease, who's in the box. 2-1. Swing from Cease.
Come on, Logan, here we go.
And it's a 2-2. With 1 out down. Cease is in his 13th game of the season. And going down, looking, is Cease for out number 2. In the top of the second, we'll bring it back to the top of the order. Owen Noah, who is responsible for the run so far today. He's 0-for-0 with a walk, which began it all. So Owen Noah was up to bat last time. Entering today, batting .397. He'll put a big piece into the air, but it is caught by Roman Cienza in center field. For out number 3, Mapaches held scoreless, but at the bottom of the second, 1-0. Still the score in Wakesha. Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the second. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the order for the Foxes. After it was a 1-2-3 to begin the ball game. For them offensively, it'll be Griff Taylor, Logan Scugler, and Austin Winkie. We're set to step into the box as the next batters. Griff Taylor, guy who is familiar with this Mapaches team. He sent a couple out of the park last time. He'll sky it up to center. Hudson Turnip will catch this one for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. It's not quite out of the ballpark there, but earlier this season, Griff Taylor had 2 home runs at this ballpark versus Johnson Creek on the 17th of June, which for a while had him tied for top of the league at 2 home runs. Now we've had 2 players get to 3, being some of the top batters in the league, James Love and Owen Nowak. We're up there, trio of home runs. Up in the box for Wakesha, Logan Scugler faces off against Tiago Sanchez, who continues his day for the mound. 1-1. Scugler calls 1-2. Last strike. Ball 2 knots it up at 2 apiece in the count. Scugler in left field today has bounced around all over the outfield for the Foxes this season. Takes a swing and head back to the dugout. That's out number 2 in the bottom of the second, and we'll bring up Austin Winkie. Winkie's at first base, where he spent the majority of this season, is making his 14th game appearance this season. Ball line 0-1. Sanchez, Madison, Wisconsin. Native. Scoring the case. Oh, we'll get strike 2. 0-2. For Winkie. 14th game at first base, has 8 walks on the season. 2, swing foul. Winkie to keep it going. 0-2. Sanchez on the bump has been at Morningside University in Sioux City, Iowa, where he this past season made 11 appearances with a start for the Mustangs. A 1-0 record in that span as well, with 2 saves, combining for 18 in the third innings. On the ground from Winkie over to Serrano at short. Takes a few steps and throws to Clarkson at first for out number 3. That'll bring us back to the top of the third to another 1-2-3 from Wakesha. 1-0 still the score.
It's at middle.
time for the top of the third will be 2-3-4 in the order for Johnson Creek, with Luis Serrano, followed by Aiden Comer and Michael Clarkson, who are guaranteed stuck in there. And Logan McManus, who is on his day of work, got the starting nod today for the Foxes in his second summer with Wakesha. Score is 1-0. Visitors in the lead through 2. Serrano 0 for 1 on the day. Started the day off with a strikeout swing in the top of the first. An all-star this past week in his 20th game of the season. Does have a home run on it, which he hit against the Beach Bums. 5-4 victory on July 5th. Swing from Serrano. Put in the air. Cienza in center field will put it in the glove for out number 1 in the top of the third. Send up Aiden Comer. Comer from Jefferson, Wisconsin, is staying an Eagle as he will be going to Edgewood College in the fall. Just graduated from Jefferson High School this spring. Going over to Edgewood and Madison, Wisconsin, for his next endeavors in baseball. He's in left field, has been middle infield most of the season, but starting to get worked in to the outfield. 1 ball, 1-1. Comer, so far today, has been hit by a pitch, got to first, and then they went with the choice to get him out at second, which did allow Clarkson to get to first base at the time. Or later, Clarkson was stranded. Second. 1-0. Score. 2-1 is taken by Comer into the air. And once again, Roman Cienza is responsible for 3 catches so far today. In fact, the last 3 outs for them defensively have all been into the glove of Roman Cienza. Well, as we briefly talked about earlier, looking at the standings, the Beach Bums have the regular season wrapped up at 18-4. They're guaranteed to get one of the byes, but the second spot, which also gives a bye, is up for grabs. Currently in position to potentially do so is Wakesha. They're in that spot at the moment. Benefit for them to keep going. Meanwhile, Johnson Creek currently at 5 in the standings. Clarkson puts it to Honkamp from short over to first. Wenke receives the throw for out number 3. A 1-2-3 from the Mapaches will bring it back to the Foxes in the bottom of the third, with it still 1-0. Mapaches lead. Batter. Change up, and then Joey Lagina, the catcher, should be up. After that, Slattery slaps it over to third. Mortensen, throw to Clarkson at first is complete for out number 1 in the bottom of the third. So briefly, as we look to finish up that convo earlier, Johnson Creek currently in the 5 spot in the standings, but really it's any team's ball game throughout the rest of the season, especially when we get to the playoffs. So it's really going to be who can build up a little streak to go the whole way. We've seen almost every team at different points this season get hot. I'd have to give credit to the Foxes for being the first team that started the Foxes a hot trend this season. They really were on a roll for a while, on up and down, but at their peak have shown to be one of the most impressive teams this season. The Mapaches have had a few win streaks of their own. Tomei get it over to Mortensen from third. Throw to Clarkson is not going to be there. Safe is RJ Tomei. So that's the first base runner of the day for Wakesha. So that's how they get it started, is with that incomplete throw. So into the box will be Joey Lagina, the catcher, with 1 out gone and 1 man on base, being RJ Tomei. First, Lagina has been pivotal, to say the least, for this Foxes team this season. Been impressive at the plate with the bat in his hands, also behind the dish as the catcher. Swing and a miss to 0-2. Playing in his 19th game of the year this season. Entering today's batting .273 with 13 walks. Send it foul at third baseline to the left. Keep it at 0-2. Lagina actually in a victory against the Mapaches in Johnson Creek earlier this season closed out the ball game as the pitcher in a 4-2 victory on the 30th of June. So he was on the other side, the giving end and not the receiving end of pitch-to-catch equation. He'll foul it off behind to the right. Keep it at 0-2. Continues the battle. 1 gone. Ford and Tomei at first. Lagina was an all-star this past week for Team Yellow, where actually Sanchez started the game for Team Yellow on the mound, and it was Lagina behind the dish. So they were teammates last week, back on opposing sides this week.
What inning is it?
Bottom of the third, Sanchez fired to Lagina, and he will. In strike 3, I'll be out number 2. The bottom of the third, and back to the top of the order we go for Wakesha with Roman Cienza. Cienza 0 for 1 today. Flyer to left field in this contest. Cienza was a graduate of Mukwonago High School this spring and committed to play for the Butler Bulldogs in October of 2022. That's what he'll be taking his shots next. From Cienza on the ground, rolling into right center, going from 2 to 3 is Tomei. The throw near Serrano, and Cienza's going to go an extra 90 feet into second. Cienza in the scoring position, also able to bring Tomei scoring position as well. Runners at second and third with 2 away for the Foxes. A deficit of 1 on the scoreboard. Kruger sends it up from center. Hudson Turner will receive it into the glove for out number 3. The Foxes Park in Wakesha, Wisconsin, visiting Mapaches in front in the race so far. Fourth inning of baseball in Wakesha, Wisconsin. Mapaches lead on the road. It'll be 5-6-7 in the old Johnson Creek, with Hudson Turner, Lincoln Asher, and Hayden Schumann up to bat next. Turner in the box at the moment. In his 14th game of the year, entering today was batting .235. Started the day off with a walk. Put it on the ground. It pops up into the glove of Slattery. Throw over to Wenke. We'll get out number one in the top of the fourth. Bring up the catcher, Lincoln Asher. Asher was an all-star on Team Yellow last season, as same team as Lagina, who's behind the dish at the moment for Foxes. Teammates this past week, for a day, a couple hours really. McMahon is still on the bump for Cheese. Mapaches against the Cheese Kings, as mentioned earlier, had 0 for 2 at bat, but also began the year, this whole season, against the Cheese Kings, throwing 5 innings worth. From third to first, Slattery over to Wenke again. 5-3 out so far in the top of the fourth. We'll bring up Hayden Schumann. Schumann has bounced around the outfield this season. This is the other day, thrown as a courtesy runner. First game against the Cheese Kings. And on the ground, it will get in the glove of Honkamp. Throw over to Wenke. They get out number 3. The 1-2-3 back to back from Mapaches offensively. Stalled the scoring at 1-0 still. Head to the bottom half of the fourth. welcome back. We'll continue action in the bottom of the fourth. We appreciate you tuning in, whether you're listening, watching on Game Changer, on the phone, laptop, TV, or you just got the AirPods in, enjoying your Tuesday evening at this 6:41 time that is at the moment. It's 1-0, Mapaches in the lead on the road thus far, and continuing on the mound will be Tiago Sanchez. There'll be 3-4-5 in the order for Wakesha with Cade Honkamp, Griff Taylor, and Logan Scugler. Honkamp, big swing, picked up by Mortensen, throw over to Clarkson. Is there for out number one, bottom of the fourth. Bring up Griff Taylor. So we talked a little bit about earlier, had the 2 home runs against the Mapaches earlier this season right here, but that was kind of a huge turnaround and swing for his season. Really, after that game, started to get confident with the bat, and it has paid off quite well for the Foxes. He's in right field, where we spent a lot of time this season. He's in his 18th game of the year. Entering today was batting .214 with 13 RBIs and 13 walks this summer. 0 for 1 so far today as he sent it into center field. It was caught in the bottom of the second. Swing it that way again. Running up is Hudson Turner. There's deja vu, out number 2 in the bottom of the fourth. We'll send up Logan Scugler. Kenosha, Wisconsin product. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in this evening. Bottom of the fourth. In his 18th game of the year for the Foxes, and in the left field. His spot has primarily been in the outfield. Also was given the DH before this season. He'll swing it. It will drop shallow center. He will get to first. Puts a runner aboard for the Foxes with 2 outs. And in the box goes Austin Wenke. Currently in the transfer portal, available for somebody to grab. Previously spent some time with Marshall University in West Virginia on there, but in high school at Whitefish Bay, he was a second-team All-State, first-team All-Conference player for the Blue Dukes. He's got a 1-0 count against Sanchez. Sanchez, a graduate of Madison West in 2023. One ERA. It's sent from Wenke in the left field. Drops. Going for third is Scugler. It's eventually picked up by Palmer. Going for home is Scugler. It will received by Asher, and the tag is made for the third out of the inning. Foxes go for it all. They come away empty-handed, and that will bring us back to the top of the fifth. It is still 1-0 in the direction of Johnson Creek. Resume in the top of the fifth. Mapaches are back up to bat, have the 1-0 lead. It's 8-9-1. Step in to the batter's box for Johnson Creek to start it off. Continuing his day is Logan McManus on the mound. Started the contest. Went through 5 in the first game of the entire season. We'll see how far he can go today. He's with an 0-1 and 0-1. After it's fouled off from Mortensen. It's in his 18th game of the year for Johnson Creek. On third base today, we'll put it to third base. Slattery slings it over to Winky. To the out. Number 1 in the top of the 5th. That's all right. So, all of the last 5 outs for the Mapaches offensively have been on the ground. It's been 2 from shortstop to first, and 3 of the last 5 have been from third base to first. Lean back, and Adam Cease goes against McManus. It's 4-0. Cease started this day going down looking in the top of the 2nd inning of this ball game. Springfield, Wisconsin native. Take that one. And strap the footman, and we'll go to first. Runner on base for Johnson Creek in the top of the 5th. They have a 1-0 lead, and up to the plate goes Owen Noah. Top ball players in the BCL this year. Certainly a candidate for MVP. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and did score a run in the top of the 1st. The only run so far today. He'll show bunt. It will fall to the ground. Slattery picks it up. He'll toss it over to first. Does get there and going to third. They also are going to get Adam Cease out, and that will put up outs 2 and 3. Make it out of the inning on the top half of it. So it will bring us to the bottom half of the 5th. Fox is back up to bat after plays made by Wakesha. Bottom of the 5th we go. It's still 1-0. Both pitchers putting on a show. It's Tiago Sanchez who will continue to throw. Kind of felt like maybe Dr. Cease was there. Got Adam Cease on Mapaches, but he's quite Cease. Sandy Green him there. Up to bat for the Foxes is Slattery. On the ground is Serrano. Toss to Clarkson. Is there for out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. We'll bring up R.J. Tomei. What? Tomei 0 for 1 today, but it was an error earlier, which did bring him on base and eventually was stranded at third in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-1. Tillman. There's a DH in the lineup. Hitter from Hartford, Wisconsin. We'll be going to Valparaiso to play for the Beacons. To play for head coach Brian Schumacher. Committed to play for Valparaiso in December of 2022, where he'll be taking his talents his next step. Baseball after the conclusion of this summer. 0-2 count for Tillman. Swinging foul and maybe stopped by the foot, but not able to be. And picked up by manager CJ. Gotta give a shout out to him.
Ow! Ow!
Say at first, but probably a pretty fast pitch there. Contact first. 1-2. Swing from Tomei. It's into the air. Backing up from center is Hudson Turner, who will into the glove for out number 2.
Hey, not like last time, Joey. Not like last time.
Joey Lagina back up to the plate. Struck out looking the first time today. In the 4-2 victory where he did close out the game pitching, he went 2 for 3 with a run against the Mapaches on June 30th. He is from West Allis, Wisconsin. We'll get up and over from Asher for a ball. He was a graduate of Freedom Project Academy in 2022. Went off to Mid-America Nazarene University in Kansas, where he has been majoring in kinesiology with a focus on strength and conditioning. Quite a way to make his academics,
Almost went
so
yard
put
for
it
me,
up
Joey.
there. Foul.
Almost.
To the left.
Now we know it's next. Every time.
Big contact. A 2-2 count for Lagina with 2 away. Bottom of the 5th against Sanchez. Swing from Lagina on the ground. Serrano, couple hop step, go over to Clarkson. We're out number 3 as it's a 1-2-3 from Wakesha offensively. Will bring us to the 6th inning of baseball. Already in Wakesha, Wisconsin. We have not even gotten to the 7 o'clock hour. 1-0, still to score. After 5. At Frank Park, visitors in the lead.
I'm not thinking that. Oh, yeah.
face on the mound for the Foxes, the first pitching change of the day. It was a solid 5 innings of work from Logan McManus, only one total run as he scored in the ball game. Did his job on his side. Again, it'll be Landon Desert comes in relief for McManus in this ball game. Desert playing in his 5th game of this season. Wakesha entering today 12 innings, 18 strikeouts on the season. Serrano swings it foul, went up, and then kind of went right. Frame park here. Either way, foul ball, 1-1. Desert did have a start earlier this season as well, through 6 innings against the Beach Bums on June 7th, one of the first days of the season. It would have been just their 2nd game. How quickly the season has gone by. It's already July 16th. Serrano swinging foul again. It'll be 2-2. For Serrano. It's 2-3-4 who will be up for the Mapaches in the order with Serrano, Palmer, and Clarkson scheduled to step into the box. Serrano 0 for 2 so far today. Put it in play. It's going to get past Honkamp at short and then go into left field. Scuglick eventually picks it up, but Serrano get his contact and gets a first base run in the 6th inning. I'll bring up Aiden Connor. Serrano at first base. Second batter go up, nobody out yet. Comer was hit by a pitch in the top of the 1st. Threw him out at second by the fielder's choice, and then had a flyer to center field so far today.
RJ.
Comer started to pick up some momentum with the bat in the first game of a doubleheader against the Bobbers on July 1st. Went 4 for 4 in a ball game. Swinging foul. 1-1. Entering today's batting.
Yeah, Clarkson.
Desert. Union Grove. Goes against Comer. 2-1.
Yes, sir, Michael Clarkson.
1-2 for Comer in the box. Throwback to first. Into the of Wenke, and they do get Serrano. We're out number 1. Kickoff. Desert gets 6 out, and that will bring back attention to number 11, Aiden Comer. Lefty batter's box for Johnson Creek. Goes against Desert for the first time today as Desert just entered the ball game this inning. See ball 2, 2-2. With 1 away. Desert played at Union Grove High School where he graduated this spring for the Broncos. Not only baseball, also played basketball and football. Union Grove, and going down swinging. He's Comer.
Yes, sir, Clarkson.
I'll bring up Michael Clarkson, the first baseman in today's ball game.
Hey, Joey, watch out, he hits things.
Lake Forest, Illinois. He does have a grand slam this season, which he hit against the Cheese Kings. And what was a key piece in getting them the victory in the first game of a doubleheader. First weekend of the season. Steps in the box with 2 outs gone. Clarkson was an all-star catcher for the green team this past week. On the ground to Wenke at first. Tap on first for out number 3. It was Technically 3 batters up, 3 batters down. That will keep it at 1-0. Johnson Creek in the lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
That dude went yard against my team in high school. Hey, 3. I don't forget that.
We'll continue in the bottom of the 6th. It's back to the top of the order for Wakesha. Roman Cienza after the 1-0, visiting Johnson Creek Mapaches in the lead. Bunch shown by.
Hey, you ever thought about button? You ever thought about button, son?
Tiago Sanchez.
You don't get it.
Carries on his day.
You don't get it.
The ball game as starting pitcher. And what a grab in the dugout by Griff Taylor, the outfielder. Throwing the hands. Batting gloves.
Figure it out, Roman.
That's it.
Figure it out. It's a simple game.
Bring up Roman. Again. And an 0-2. After the ball. We go into Butler. We're in the Big East Conference. For head coach.
You don't get it.
Going down is Cienza. For out number 1 in the top. Oh, the bottom of the 6th. He was top of the order. We'll bring up Ethan Kruger. The Wauwatosa, Wisconsin native, who's been at Rock Valley College for the Golden Eagles. Him and Logan Scudlook up the Foxes have spent some time in Rockford, Illinois, playing for the Golden Eagles. Kruger appeared in 54 games for Rock Valley College. Back 349. Today was batting 340 with 10 RBIs and 10 walks.
So how are you gonna pick the college?
Big swing up into the air in center. Hudson Turner gets out number 2. We'll bring up Kate Honkamp.
Elevated fastball. Whoa.
Foxes. We'll put it in play over the head of Cease at second, dropping to right center. Actually picked up by Schumann. Throw back to second, also a little bobbled, but we'll bring Honkamp to first base and send up Griff Taylor. Made that athletic grab in the dugout moments ago with the bat gloves. His hand still held on to the ball. Taylor from Spring Grove, Illinois, will be taking his talents to Kentucky Wesleyan College after he committed there on June 2nd this summer. Here's a graduate of Richard Burton High School, where he holds the single-season record for 11 triples this season. Bounced foul. left after hitting the ground right below him. 1-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Cade Honkamp on first base. Wakesha. And no go from Taylor. Ball, so 2-1 be the count. Taylor was an honor roll student for 3 years at Richmond Burton High School. And the throwback to first from Sanchez is over the head of Clarkson, so going to second is Honkamp successfully. Puts him in scoring position for the Foxes. Taylor still in the box. Classic white helmet that he has been all season. Swing into the sky, right field. Schumann gets it in the glove for out number 3. Holds the Foxes scoreless, and although they did get a man on second, another 0, as there was 1 run scored in the top of the first. Since then, all donuts. It's still 1-0. So at the top of the 7th.
Not on your phone.
Have fun? Yeah, how about you? Welcome back. We're in the top of the 7th, where it is just 1-0. I'm assuming in the camera over there you can't see the scoreboard. Top of the first run by Owen Nowak, who was top of the order for the Mapaches, and since then, nothing has been brought back to home plate. But Hudson Turner, a guy up to bat who has 2 home runs on the season, including 1 yesterday, look to change it. It's Desart. Continues after he entered the ball game last inning, starting the 2nd inning of work. 1-1 against Turner, number 1 in the box. It's 5-6-7 below Mapaches with Turner, Asher, and Schumann will be sent up. Turner box at the moment comes from Baraboo, Wisconsin, has been a UW Whitewater and themselves quite a year with runners up at D3 level. 2-1. Foul off by Turner. Balance the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Turner. And center field today. Spent a lot of time in the right, but adapting to the circumstances as they throw their typical center fielder Nowak at that DH spot. Improvised. Turner, big swing. Foul. I've had quite a lot of velocity. I'd say watch out. Parking lot. Someone there, I believe, to the right. Also just got the sound of it. Big swing. Against Landon Desart. On the ball. Swing from Turner. Into the glove of Slattery. Toss over to Winky. He is out number 1 in the top of the 7th. Another 5-3 out on the day. The 5th time today since the 4th inning. That's occurred. Slattery to Wanky. To the plate is Lincoln Asher, the catcher for Johnson Creek. Asher from Wakesha, Wisconsin, right here, was a graduate of Kettle Moraine High School this spring. Played for the Lasers. Lasers definitely one of the more unique. We talk about it all the time, but hear a lot of cool mascot names going through all the teams where players come from DCL, whether it's college or high school. And I know if you were picking who would win in battle, Lasers got to be pretty good. I'll take my chances on that as a pick. He'll be going to the University of Central Missouri, where their mascot's the Mule. A little bit older school there, but still pretty cool one at that. Specifically, Mo the Mule is who they have at University of Central Missouri. They'll be heading after this summer, 2-2. For Asher. Swing, shot off the ground and up. Picked up by Hopkamp over to Wenke. Out number 2. A lot of ground outs over the last few innings. Desart stepped in 6th, trying to get out 7th inning. Talked about Desart was a 3-sport athlete. Not only that, but in baseball itself, the spring was a 2-way. Both throwing strikes, but also batted .491 this spring. Typically 0-1 for Peyton Schumann, who's from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, was a graduate of Sun Prairie West in 2023. The Wolves calls it off behind. For Schumann. Schumann 0 for 2 so far in this ball game with a fly out to right. Ground out to short on the day. Schumann has been at Milwaukee Area Technical College for the Stormers, committed there in October of 2022. 1-2. Goes off against Desert, who had a 3.8 GPA in high school. Sent foul by Schumann, and hard hit to the right off the kind of padding or the wood on top of place behind the dish. It's heavily, and when you talk about protection of ballparks you play at, I think you'd have to maybe put this up there. So he's got somebody who can get out. The largest net at any of the ballparks here, and goes way high as well as the width that it has. 2-2 with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, number 7. To bat, 7th, 4th. Full count for Schumann against Desert. Number 13, all 4. Bring Schumann to first base on the walk. Send up Ryder Mortensen, the 3rd baseman, in the lineup today for Johnson Creek. He's been at Viterbo University, who's majoring in engineering. Over the last 2 seasons for the V-Hawks, has appeared in 33 ball games. Up by leaving it behind the dish. Looked to throw first, but no throw. Mortensen was a graduate of East High School, where he played baseball, wrestling, and golf as his sports for the Leopards. interesting trio. Running to second is Schumann. He's going to slide in. Throw will fall into center field, but no further. For Schumann as Schumann slid to second. Quick pep talk from Lagina and Desert. Runner in scoring position. For Johnson Creek, the ball game still 1-0. First run was scored in the top of the first inning. Scoreless since. It's been impressive feat defensively by both sides. Specifically, pitching has performed well. Swing from Mortensen in the air, will drop into right field before getting to Taylor. They throw to home. It's caught by Laguna, but not in time as Schumann gets the second run of the day. Scored second for the Mapaches. And 2-0, the score in Wakesha. Right through the top of the seventh, and Joe Marowick will step in place of Adam Seeds. Marowick has been a key piece of this Mapaches team all year. This will be his 21st ball game. Mortensen at first helped bring in that run. Schumann at home plate. There's 2 outs. Joe Marowick in the box. 2-11. Returned to play for Johnson Creek after he batted .231 last summer. 13 RBIs and 12 walks on the year. With 1 home run as well, which he hit at Wisconsin Brewing Company Park in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, a couple weeks ago. His first time in the box today. Let's see. He's in for Adam Cesis at bat. Marowick, Spring Grove, Illinois, will be going to Georgia Gwinnett College. His next stop, and ball 4 will walk Marowick to first base, advance Mortensen to second. Bring in Hayden Wright, who's going to also be a new face to this ball game. Spent a lot of time in the outfield, but is place of Onowax DH at the moment. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Wright in his 14th game of this season. It was Hammer who in the first game against the Bobbers in doubleheader went 4-for-4, then Wright in the second game went 3-for-3. Though they dropped both, did get some impressive performances. So put it on the ground, running over is Kruger. Throw over to Wenke for the out at first. We'll get him out for number 3 in the inning, and it will be the bottom of the 7th where Foxes look to cut into the 0-2 deficit. At the moment, the Mapaches put up another run, 2-0, Johnson Creek so far. As we continue in this ball game, it'll be another new face to step in the box, Cade Polkowski for the Foxes. So he's in replace of Logan Skugler for this at-bat. This will be his 8th game of the season, entering today batting .273. Graduate of Oak Creek High School. Big swing. They hit the wood backstop and rolled all the way back to the diamond. So Polkowski, one of a trio of former Oak Creek High School Knights who are in a Wakesha uniform for this summer, showed bunt, couldn't quite connect. It will be a 1-2 count for Polkowski. Steps back in. It's Polkowski, CJ Trask, and Peyton Gibbons who are all on this Foxes squad who, once they stepped in, really provided a boost and helped them get their big win streaks midst of this season. That 6th before they dropped down at the Cheesecakes. But they had a delayed appearance due to the success that Oak Creek High School had. They had their 22nd consecutive 20 or more win season, and Polkowski did just put a foul above the net, which is not always the easiest here. So it's 2-2 for Polkowski with no outs in 5 of the 7. The first batter in this inning. He'll put it in play. Gets past Serrano at short. Will toss it to first, but not in time. We'll put Polkowski at first base. Good way to start his day off. Bring up Austin Wenke, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a double. That was in the bottom of the 4th inning. So he's 1 for 2, the double in that bottom of the 4th, the other one being grounded short. Bottom of the 2nd. Tiago Sanchez, who still is on the mound for the Mapaches, he started this ball game and has stood strong, as it's still 0 runs scored by the Foxes thus far. But see if the Foxes have some late game magic. It's on the ground down the first baseline, and after they try to figure out the best way to get it out, it's going to be Clarkson who just tags Wenke in what was kind of an eventful plays. It was short enough that get the pitcher all the way over there. It's in front of Clarkson, and when he turned around, Moreau from second was to be able to get all the way there. He ends up getting the out, but in the meanwhile, Polkowski finds himself in scoring position at second base. Slattery sends it high in center. Hudson Turner makes the catch for out number 2. Bring up RJ Tomei. 0 for 2 this evening. Did get all the way to 3rd earlier, was an error in the bottom of the 3rd. Most recently, a flyer to center.
There is a God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sanchez throws in ball 1.
Oh, yeah.
1-0 for Tomei, who was a graduate of Hartford Union High School this spring, where he played for the Orioles. Tomei sends it to 3rd. Mortensen, step and throw to Clarkson at first is there for out number 3. It's 2-0 as we'll head to the 8th inning at Frame Park in Wakesha, Wisconsin.
Hold on, Landon, you're out. You better tell the guy that's still out.
In the 8th inning, it'll be another new face on the mound for the Foxes with Sam Polyak, who steps in. It'll be 2-3-4 in the order for the Mapaches with Serrano, Palmer, and Clarkson. Up next, as Polyak will begin his 10th game appearance of the summer. Entering today, 18 2/3 innings of work with 16 strikeouts. He's been a key guy they've gone to in relief this season. Also has had some experience swinging the bat. Even against the Beach Bums this past week, they got the win 9-6. Shorthanded early due to, unfortunately, what was axed on 94. He had to play left field to begin that ball game. And did make an eventful catch. You know, may not used to be an outfielder, but made it nevertheless. Serrano gets it on the ground. Slattery from third. Over to Winky at first. Moves into the glove. We'll get it. We're out number 1. Polyak. It's first down. Polyak had to swing the bat a little bit there, then got to come in relief on the mound, which he pitched 5 innings and was awarded the win in that ball game. That was his last outing, which they were able to go with Will Hess to begin the game, and then a big stretch from Sam Polyak, and then close out with Peyton Gibbon. It was twice this year. He's only appeared in relief twice, and both of those were against the Beach Bums. Just the final inning. That's a strategy that so far this year has been successful for Wakesha to take that next time. Polyak from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, has been at Badger High School, where he graduated this spring. So against Comer, he puts it over to Kruger. Throw to Winky first. And be out number 2. Quickly 2 up, 2 down. Bring up the first baseman, Michael Clarkson for Johnson Creek. So we'll have a couple of guys who were multi-sport athletes in high school going against each other. Polyak played soccer and baseball for Badger High School. Meanwhile, Michael Clarkson played football and hockey and baseball for the Ramblers at Loyola Academy. He's from Lake Forest, Illinois. He graduated from 2023. Polyak going to UW Whitewater. It's his next stop. We talked about the success of his next place of going to baseball, UW Whitewater Warhawks. In high school, Polyak was selected to the 2024 WBCA East All-Star team for the Badgers. And also, Clarkson Gets over to Slattery again. The 5-3. We're out number 3. It was 3 up, 3 down. And that will bring us to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 2-0. Mapaches in the lead at 4-9. As we begin the bottom of the 8th, it's still Tiago Sanchez on the bump for the Mapaches. He started this ball game, has only gone through 78 pitches up to this point. And we are in this 8th inning. He's got him through 7 on no runs. We'll see how far he can go. We'll go up. It's Joey Lagina, the catcher, to begin things off this inning. It's 9-1-2, which should be Lagina, Cienza, and Kruger. Start this inning at bat for the Foxes. Lagina in the box at the moment, 0 for 2 on the night. See, strike 1, 1-1. In the day, striking out looking, then had a grounder to short. Hits on the day, while the Mapaches at 3. I did not go. It's a full count for Lagina. Swing foul. Keep him alive at 3-2. Sanchez's previous high this season was 5 2/3. He was cruised through 7. See how far he goes. He's having himself a day. He's going against Lagina. With a full count, ball low will walk him to first. Back to the top of the order for the Foxes with Roman Cienza, the center fielder, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He had a hit in the bottom of the 3rd. Drop by Asher, and he's going to throw back to first. Unable to quite get Lagina, as it was a tight spot there. Lagina had some space and saw it wasn't a ball that really went far away from Asher, so he didn't push it. Well, some hesitation, did get back in time. It's a first. That keeps him at first base. Nobody away. Roman Cienza in the box. Skies it up. Flyer towards short, and Serrano steals it in for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Remaining at first will be Lagina. Ethan Kruger in the box, who has sent 1 yard here at Frame Park this season. Be the tying run up to that. Up. And calling for it is Heroic at second. We'll get it for out number 2 in the bottom. Sustain. First will be Lagina, but I think we'll have a courtesy runner who is Roman Cienza. On the bases, he's at first. It's 2 gone. On Camp in the box. He's sent 1 over the fence this season. Beach ball. Both. So also had a home against the Boggers as well here at Frame Park. What was a 10-12 loss, but it's been impressive. Got 297 entering today. He's 1 for 3 in this contest. Put it on the ground and foul. Will be the call. It couldn't quite go the third baseline. Bring it to 1 and 2 for Han Camp. The single was in the bottom of the 6th. Got to first and advanced to second off of a missed attempt to throw him out at first. At the extra feet was left there. Swings it foul. And we had an effort. I think that was pretty Slattery reached over the dugout with his hands, so it would fall in there, but couldn't quite. So if Taylor's got to grab it. That had an interesting ricochet off the netting here at Frame Park. So 1 and 2 for Han Camp. Swings it off himself behind, and a couple of bounces. It's once again to Taylor.
Right on.
1 and 2. It's for Han Camp. Started the day off, fired first, grounded to third. Had a single. Bottom of the 6th, or in the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-0. 2-2 will be the count after the ball thrown. Sanchez. 2 and 2 with 2 outs, 2-0 to score. And going down swinging is Han Camp for out number 3. Right to the top of the 9th, where Mapache's last chance to add any extra before Wakesha will have last 8 in the bottom with everyone's favorite in. Don't go anywhere. Still within reach for either team. 2-0. Visitors in the lead as we head to the 9th. Everyone's favorite inning, the 9th. It's 2-0. Visiting team Johnson Creek Mapaches in the lead over the Wakesha Foxes. So we're in the top of the ninth with Johnson Creek up to bat.
Yes, Arcade!
The 5, 6, 7, unless any changes made. As
Yeah,
scheduled,
Roman!
it should be Hudson Turner, Lincoln Asher, Hayden Schumann. Sam Polyak, who threw in the last inning, will look to keep it at that 2-0 mark, not dig any deeper in the
Go,
third.
Joker.
2-0. We're turning in the box, who's 0 for 2 with a walk this evening. Both put in play. We're to third. Now at first. Swing and a miss brings it 2-1. Polyak was a member of DECA and the National Honor Society in high school. Those extracurriculars. 3-1. Got for Polyak on the bump and Hudson
Go,
Turner
Sammy.
in the box. Nice pitch. Dial up to 3-1. Ball 4 will give Turner his second walk of the day. Put a runner on board for the Mapaches in the top of the ninth. We have the 2-0 lead in this one. Up to bat is Lincoln Asher. Catcher is Johnson Creek squad today. 0 for 3 this evening. Take his chances. See strike one. Go up on the board. So far he sent a flyer to first, a grounder to third, and a grounder to short. Tonight. Strike will be 0-2 for Asher. There's a runner on first. Send the 0-2, ball 1. 1-2. Hudson Turner, Mapache on first base. Nobody out yet. Early in this top of the ninth. Oh yeah. Ball 2. The ball strikes hand in hand, 2-2. Momentum that they've had in their recent games, but only one be victorious in this contest. Fouled off from Asher will keep it 2-2. Yeah, find the pitch. Send the 2-2. And foul again. Ourselves a battle between Polyak and Asher.
Go, Sam, on the battle.
Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 brings down Asher, looking for out number 1 in the top of the ninth. Send up Schumann, Hayden Schumann. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run on the day. So he started the day off with a flyer to right, then a grounder to short. Most recently had a walk in which he stole to get to second. And later, courtesy a hit by Ryder Mortensen. Ended up finding home plate to give them the 2-0 lead. They scored 1 in the top of the first, 1 in the top of the 7th. Otherwise, every other half inning has been scoreless by both sides. As Fox is still at 0. With the chance to keep it within 2, so they can get out of this top of the ninth. On the ground. Schumann will slap it into left field. He will get to first base on hit and move Hudson Turner to second. Runners on first and second for the Mapaches. Ryder Mortensen. The box. Mortensen 2 for 3 today. An impressive ball game. The man who hails from Salt Lake City, Utah. It's 2 singles and a grounded to third. A look back at second from Polyak. Slap from Mortensen is going to be fielded by Honkamp. They throw to third. Slattery is going to get there, but unfortunately shaken up. I hope he's all right. He's trying to kind of walk along. Continue with this. But regardless, it's hole number 2. Mortensen for the 3rd time today gets to first base. Joe Moreau. Up to bat. Still runners on first and second after they choose to get out to third. Throw will get away from Medina, and moving 90 feet is both runners will get to scoring position. Schumann at third. Mortensen at second. With Joe Moreau in the box. Stepped into the ball game to bat in the 7th inning. Had a walk, no throw. Was left at first in top number 7. Swing foul. Heroic. 2 outs, 2 runners on base, being at second and third. 2-0 lead. Mapaches trying to extend it. Meanwhile, Foxes keep it right in arm's reach. Swing and miss from Heroic. Ready to 0-2. He's 1-2.
Go, Sam.
We'll see. Strike 3. That keeps the deficit at just 2 for the Foxes. They'll be back up to bat in the bottom of the 9th. See if they can mount a comeback, or the Mapaches can complete the shutout. Of the 9th. 2-run ball game. It's 2-0 in the direction of the visitors, Johnson Creek Mapaches, and it's Tiago Sanchez on the mound for the Mapaches. Began this ball game thus far, kept the Foxes at bay, scoreless through 8. The bottom of the 9th, being within 2. Each team going to put the pedal to the metal here. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the order for the Foxes. with Griff Taylor. Second count, 2-0.
Let's go, T. Come on.
Sanchez up and home. Swing and miss. We'll bring it to 2-1. Taylor 0 for 3 today. And has sent all 3 in the outfield. 2 to center, 1 to right. All 3 gives extended lead to Taylor. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the ninth. After Taylor will be Cade Polkowski in the box. Swing and miss. Full count for Griff Taylor. Swing into the sky. It's going up right field, but going back for it was Schumann. It will bounce, I believe, out of the ballpark, and then it will be. So going to second will be Taylor. Taylor able to get enough on it to go behind right fielder Schumann. Bring up Cade Polkowski. Stepped into the ball game at the bottom of the 7th. Replaced Logan Scutlip. And had a hit. First time he stepped in the box today. So runner on second for the Foxes. Tying run up to bat. Cade Polkowski. Ball 2. 2-0. Conference between Sanchez and Asher to recharge the batter. Quick pump up top. Taylor at second for the Foxes. Polkowski up to bat. 2-run ball game in the bottom of the lineup. 2-0 count for Polkowski. Back at second from Sanchez. Fired in, strike 1. 2-1. Second, Sanchez delivers. 3-1. Lead for Polkowski. Second. Swing from Polkowski, foul.
Okay.
Into a full count for Cade
You got this, T.
Polkowski
Come on, right here.
in the box.
Go to work. Go to work.
Polkowski spent a chunk of time at quarterback. Mill Creek High School. You could consider this fourth quarter. Yeah. So he's a runner on second. Down by 2. Swing from Polkowski. It's on the ground. Heroic slings it over to first to Clarkson, but advancing to third is Taylor. Put a Fox within 90 feet of scoring and an infield visit. Manager Aiden Cooper. It will be just pitcher and catcher. See if keep going.
Come on, baby. Hey, this is yours. You want it. You want it. Come on.
1 out in the bottom of the ninth. The runner at third for the Foxes. Down
Okay,
by
focus.
2.
Get ahead early. Get ahead early.
Will be Austin Winky. The box for the Foxes. 1 for 3 today. That one was a double. It's a strike to start the count out.
There you go. There you go,
0-1.
T. Come on, right here.
1 for 3, the double in the another 4. Low. Will be 1-1. He began the day with a grounder short, then the double, and grounded to first. So far in this one. 1-1, big swing.
There you go, T, there you go.
Up and foul. 1-2. One out gone, a runner on third. Griff Taylor. Foxes, one up to bat.
Hit a spot here.
Ball upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 to count with one out. Will get out number 2 in the bottom of the ninth. That's left to play with.
One more.
This Pete Slattery up to bat.
Okay, focus right here. Come on, finish it.
0 for 3 today, but has had some clutch hits on the season, including a game-winning hit against the Beach Bums. He'll put it in play. Right field will drop. Going home is Taylor. Makes it 2-1. Going for second is Slattery. They'll get there standing. The extra base hit. We'll bring a Fox home. That's Creek Slattery. Yes. Second. RJ Tomei up to bat.
Adentro. Be ready, Luis. 5-6 hole. 5-6 hole. Be ready.
Right at him. Come on. Be able to throw him out.
Tomei in the box. 0 for 3. Did have an error in which he made it on base early. Ball, bounce. Grant Asher. No movement from Slattery. At least forwards. But
Here we go, T. Come on, right here.
score is 2-1 in the bottom of the ninth after the run scored by Griff Taylor, courtesy the RBI double from Slattery.
Make a play for him.
Sanchez ends in. Strike 1. 1-1 for Tomei.
Finish it. Here we go. Come on.
Sanchez goes back. Second. Coming in, ball 2.
Get those legs going. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, this is yours. Come on.
2 outs. 2-1 count for Tomei. Bottom of the ninth.
Right at him.
Going in, strike 2. 2-2. Sanchez on the mound. Trying to complete.
This spot now. Good job.
2-1. We're on second. 2-2 count. Swing from Tomei. It's on the ground. Behind the back edge from Sanchez. In the glove, lost it over the first for out number 3 as it ends in the glove of the pitcher to get the final out as Sanchez completes the game for the Mapaches all 9 innings from number 48. Well, that'll do it in Wakesha, a thriller to say the least. 2-1 the final score. Mapaches on the road get the victory in a nail biter. Wakesha. We appreciate you tuning in, listening, or watching on Game Changer. Signing off for now, I'm Riley Klaus. We'll have lots of more DCL action throughout the week. You won't want to miss it. It's not too far along from playoffs as well. But for now, Mapaches in the W.